What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Suburban Paranormal Podcast. As always, you're with me, your host, Dex. Don't forget, guys, check us out over at Cinescape.media. That's right, not .com, it's Cinescape.media. Check out all the cool things we're doing over there. Find links to all the podcasts on the network. We're bringing on a couple more new shows, as we've been talking about. So a lot of good times are being had over here at Cinescape Media. Definitely loving all the new shows we're bringing on, and we hope you guys are enjoying them too. So definitely, like I said, come check us out, social media or Cinescape.media, and get in touch. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into this. We have what I found to be a cool piece of paranormal news. Cool piece of paranormal news. I'm a big musician from going back to middle school or elementary school even, where I learned how to play drums, and I played them all throughout high school, and I've done many different things in music, but that's besides the point. But to segue into this, Rolling Stone released an article, and apparently the Foo Fighters mentioned that a paranormal activity or ghost nearly ruined the recording of their 10th studio album. Now, there's a direct quote from David Grohl here from the article that says, "When we walked into the Encino house, I knew the vibes were definitely off. The house in which they recorded was built in the 40s. It does have a sinister past." I'm guessing they found this out through research. And apparently it didn't take long before they had some experiences. They're saying they've had guitars detune when they would go out to a break and come back, or they come back overnight. Pro Tools was losing tracks, as well as when they had the mics on, they were recording just noises. Not voices coming through. It wasn't instruments, but it was just noises coming through on an open mic. An example, if you don't know what that means, an example is right now, if I'm quiet, you may hear it in the background. I've been doing my best to muffle it out, and that's why still not on video. That should be coming the next episode. I might have said it before, but we're going to bring the video back, and hopefully we're going to actually do some more video stuff once we come back in 2 weeks with that. But anyway, again, if you listen, if I'm quiet and you can hear, there's noises in the background. It's one of my server computers. But again, apparently they were recording these types of information. They've also caught things on an S-cam. The only unfortunate thing about this is they did sign a non-disclosure agreement. The landlord is apparently trying to sell the house. Now, we did go over this before when we talked about the upcoming show on Quibi, The Murder House, of what is the legality of disclosure when it comes to possible hauntings. Do you have to? Are there local laws in some places where, I want to say California, I did see that you do in your mortgage have to have a section that states that that house may or may not be haunted. This legally does have to be disclosed some places. So I found it kind of interesting. So, unfortunately, we're not going to see any of the evidence that, David Grohl and the Foo Fighters might have caught on, like I said, the Nest Cam and these open mic recordings. It's very unfortunate. But, I mean, again, they signed the non-disclosure because he wants to sell the house. And, I don't know, for me, selling a house that's haunted, that might be a little perk for somebody. But, again, it's very interesting. I know we've talked about this before. If your local area, if you have to disclose that your house is haunted or not, let us know. I'm curious how many places are out there that actually have that type of law. But I'll go ahead and post the link. Like I said, it was on rollingstone.com. Came out a couple days ago. So we'll share that out. You guys can read the article if you would like. So up next, moving right along here, we do have a recent upload to YouTube. Apparently shows what looks like a floating humanoid figure. The video was taken over Phoenix, Arizona, and we'll put the link to the video in the description. Like I said, it was a YouTube video. And from what you can see in the video, it looks like a human. It does have a shape where the legs are hanging. You see what looks like some arms sticking out, like someone you would see in those jetpack videos where they're holding the arms out and they're stabling themselves. I mean, that's what it does look like. But it literally, the video is about 30 seconds, I believe. maybe a little longer, and you can tell it was recorded from a Snapchat. It's got the little, text box on it, and it's like, what's he doing? And it's, it'd be interesting as to what it might be. I'm seeing things out there saying, it looks like an inverted drone, or it's just something else. There is a weird part that I played it back a couple times just to make sure. The second version of the clip, because there's two aspects that the guy, I guess, records and puts up. The second one, there's this blip on the screen, like right in front of it, and it makes me curious if, like, the guy's just zoomed in really close on, like, a big spider in a tree that's, like, just got the web hanging out there. Like, if it's not paranormal, that's what it looks like to me. But I mean, again, hopefully they'll figure this one out. I really do hope it's another cell phone video, obviously, but I really, like I said, I know we talked or did say somebody out there on a phone catch something, but if you guys are recording this stuff, and I don't know how many people may or may not hear this, but if you're recording something, don't use Snapchat. That's where a lot of people are going to start questioning the validity of it, because you can only take 15 seconds. There's no sound. So if it is a drone, you're masking the sound of that. So if you really want to just bring evidence to people and then to take you seriously and know that you're not trying to mess around, get longer video. Don't use Snapchat. I know my phone, the front screen has a shortcut to load up my camera, and I can load up and record a video at any given moment. Now, I have that for many reasons, just to, my kids or whatever. It's easier to just open a camera. But the fact that you opened your phone to go to Snapchat to record these very short clip videos, that's where a lot of people, I think, start to lose this. And I know some comments on the video even kind of mentioned the same thing of, why do we never get more than like 30 seconds? Like, if it's that interesting, phones can hold a lot. Like, you could record probably a 20-minute video of that thing. Try and film that thing landing. Film more. Try and find it moving. The short video clips do nobody any good, and especially yourself, because you're just going to be, questioned on the validity of it. Now, if you're doing it on purpose, then that's what you're doing. But I really hope we're not getting that kind of stuff. But again, I'll post the link to the video on the description of the show, and you guys can go check it out for yourself, and we can discuss it on the social medias. I'd definitely like to hear what other people's opinions are of it. So again, check it out on the social medias. I'll have that link. But moving right along, my favorite part, as you guys all know, I'm a dad joke kind of guy. And, of course, we're going to do another one like we do every week. So this week we got, how funny is a ghost comedian? Dead funny. Now, I swear by the next one, I will have some sort of applause to be playing during that, or some like really bad 70s laughter. Something out there. It'll be fun. But, again, I hope you guys do enjoy these dad jokes. I know they're just little one-offs, no big story jokes, but it's a dad joke. So again, I hope you guys are enjoying those. So we're gonna go ahead, a little bit of TV talk. Let's talk a little TV, talk a little paranormal TV here. Don't forget Quibi. This episode is gonna come out Saturday, so if you listen to it Saturday or Sunday, Quibi is launching on Monday. We are finally going to get to see our 10-minute murder house, and I really, again, with the short time frame, I'm really hoping we get kind of just like a lot of good stuff to keep it flowing. But, we'll see. And speaking of new shows, as we all know, we were talking about before, we were really looking forward to the Skinwalker Ranch debut. Now, I did get to see it, and I don't know how many of you guys got to see it. So we're obviously going to put this question out there as well. But Skinwalker Ranch, the secrets of Skinwalker Ranch, I should say, the show's actual title, investigating 200 years of claims on this ranch. And like I said, I was really looking forward to this one, but I mean, now granted, yes, we are only one episode into this show. However, I really hope, because it does, to me, the approach that they mentioned when they're talking about it with the scientists and everything, it had, like, to me, it just felt like it was going to be this really possible great show. But to me, it's almost like this first episode was way too overly scripted. Like, you took a basic overview from a college or a high school video class that's like, this is your formula. You want to plug in your scenes and just do it. Like, no, anything else just has to be this way. So it just came out to me like, I understand TV shows are going to be scripted to a point, but there is a point of there. I'm sorry, not a point. There is something to be said about over scripting. Like, did we really have to have it build up where everybody's friendly, and then all of a sudden by the end of the episode it's like, oh, you can't do that, and no, and you brought a guy in to do something and he wants to do it, so of course, like, not even, like, you don't even get into the series before the teams button heads. Like, the first episodes, it's no, and then, like, oh, bring out the case, and he gets the black box and he's gonna unlock it, and of course they show everybody looking at it and going, ooh. It, like, I feel the show should not have that. I feel it's not gonna need that, as long as we just get good evidence, scientific, show the experiments, show the data, or data, whatever you want to call it. Like, just let us see it. Just put it out there. I would love for them to put up a website with all this stuff that they're catching. They got those live feeds into that nerve center where they're showing that. Like, it'd be cool to have a website up where everybody that's into this can monitor, and maybe have a chat room next to it that you guys can talk. Like, did you just see that? What's this? Like, it may be boring for hours on end on a website, but make it interactive. Maybe that's all I'm saying. Like, make these shows more interactive with something like that. That'd be awesome. But I really hope, again, I know it's episode 1, but I really hope that they can kind of pull themselves out of this, like, overly scripted, just sounding show with how it was. But that's just my opinion. Again, as I always say, let me know what you think. Maybe I'm missing a point here that I feel if we discuss it, maybe you guys can help me out. I can help you out from my understanding or my perspective of it. So, again, I hope it changes, but we'll see. So, before we close it out, as always, I like to kind of bring up a point of discussion to see what other people may think or feel. And something that, right now, we are all stuck in home because of a pandemic. And what I've seen from a few posts on a few different places and from reading around is a lot of people are actually having some elevated ghost activity. Now, we all should be inside, even though some people don't want to listen. If you're out there, just wash your hands, be safe. Let's get over this already. There's a lot of ghost hunters and paranormal investigators, whatever you want to call us, that want to get out there and start doing what we do, and we can't when we're sheltered in a house. Now, however, bring back to the topic here, some people that may be living in haunted houses might have only had what they thought was little things here and there, but now that everybody's home, everybody's routine's messed up. And it's almost like our physical world has become upset, and it's not in its normal, it's in an unrest state. So did we do the same thing to the spiritual world by our reactions? We always talk about emotions and stone tape theories and things like that. Right now, with such an upheaval in everybody's everyday lives, we're putting out a lot of energy. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, we're doing it because everybody's in this like heightened state right now of just being. Like, maybe panicking a little bit too much because you one day went to go get food and like the meat's gone, or all you had to do is go maybe a little later. But with the pandemic and everything that's going on, everybody is in a heightened state, and we're putting out this energy. So my question is, with the pandemic, we're putting these temporary hospitals and we're reusing old buildings. Are we unintentionally creating hotspots of paranormal activity that in 2 years' time, somebody's going to be out there investigating it? Like, is a spot, we talk about, you watch Ghost Eventers, and here they are at the, another tuberculosis, sanitarium, or they're in some kind of mental ward. They're always going to these big places with these diseases that cause everybody to dispel a lot of energy. So I'm really curious, are we just, maybe we're even stirring up an old, some kind of energy that was maybe not at a place before, or like it was there, but it was small. But now that it's being occupied nonstop, are we kicking it up and feeding it, energy where it's starting to manifest? Like, maybe your house wasn't even haunted, and now you feel something's going on because here you are giving off all this energy. And to that point as well, a lot of people that are saying this about feeling the elevated, levels of activity, are you noticing it, say, at times where you maybe normally be out, but you're not now that you're stuck at home, and you're just now there to witness it? Because then it's not really elevated activity, but you're now able to experience it more. So I'm curious what other people are encountering, whether you've had a previous, activity going on. Is it elevated? Are you more happy? Are you more angry now? And you've noticed it based off of your own kind of, mood changing due to a lot of this. What's going on is no joke. There's lots of people getting sick and dying of this, and we're starting to lose a couple celebrities to this. And whether we're doing it purposely or not, we are putting out a lot of energy right now. So I'm curious, like I said, what everyone else is kind of witnessing with this themselves. Where I'm at, there's no activity in this house at all. Being home, the only thing that's, getting crazy is my 6-year-old and 2-year-old for being locked up all the time, and, the little baby is crawling around. But to those of you that are having these increased experiences, does that even make you, more at unease of your own homes? And what are you doing to mitigate it or try and get through it? So, we're always here to talk to people that may need help or may need some kind of assistance to try and figure things out, or they want to discuss something. You guys are more than welcome to send us an email. Send it to me. It's suburbanparanormal@gmail.com, and we can talk about it, because this kind of stuff, like I said, if you didn't have it before and it's coming up, can be a bit scary. And if it's gone from little to a lot, it also can be scary, especially if it's a sudden onset. So if you guys ever needed assistance, feel free to send us a message. We're always available to talk. More than likely, it'll be myself, Dex, that'll answer you. But again, you can get us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as the website or the email. But yeah. So that's I think what's going to be it for me today, guys. Appreciate you as always tuning in. Remember, with this virus, please wash your hands, stay safe, don't go out if you don't need to. Let's just all get over this already so that everybody can get back to some normal everyday lives. But I hope you guys are staying safe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Suburban Paranormal. And don't forget to check out Cinescape.media, the website where it's all hosted. And subscribe to us on your favorite platforms. Have a good one.